What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday this time.
Wednesday, not Tuesday.
Not Tuesday, because yesterday was Halloween, and we are not savages.
You're not savages.
So thank you for joining us. We're going to pause just for a moment because we do not want what happened last week to happen again. So if somebody can hear us, that would be great if you can say that you can hear our microphones.
Anyone.
Hopefully. I know. All right. So as usual, I'm your host, Johnny Bronto. With me, I've got Melissa Lukac from Tricycle Savage Permanent Vacation Monthly. And yay, they can hear us. Yay. All right, cool.
Hello, everyone.
All right, we have no idea what happened last week, but I think it was a complete train wreck last episode. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We're starting to wrap up the haunt season.
We appreciate it.
We've got 2 more episodes to do. We got 2 next week. On next Tuesday, we're gonna do like our haunt scene kind of Halloween Horror Nights post game, and then on the 10th, which is Friday next week, on a day where I don't have to work the next day. Do you have to work on Saturday that week? No, because you have Saturdays off.
No,
yes.
I work in the afternoon. I work 2 to 10.
So that's going to be our drunk edition. So that ought to be kind of interesting. That'll be our final season episode. Now, we might do some videos or episodes here and there, but it'll be, it should be pretty interesting. We did not have one last year, unfortunately, but the one we had in the first season was actually pretty fun. So I'm sure I will be pre-gaming. As you can notice, as you probably noticed, my voice is somewhat back to normal. So hopefully I won't go into any sort of coughing fit. How did you avoid getting sick this whole haunt season?
I don't know. Which is weird because I normally get sick.
What's your secret?
I don't know.
All right. Did you get a flu shot?
Huh?
Did you get a flu shot?
Well, yeah, earlier in the year I did.
Okay, so maybe that's it.
You didn't get a flu shot?
No, because I'm stupid.
That's why.
All right, well, we're
paid the price.
part of the haunt scene prep for next year will be get a flu shot. It'll be like do your research, wear closed-toed shoes, get a flu shot, get some hand sanitizer, and
I did get sick. I got sick before HHN. Remember when I was in that live stream? Yeah, that was before the haunt season.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that. I'm winding down here. Now, this last weekend, we got a chance to do something pretty special, which was Enigma Haunt. And we've pretty much exhausted everything we could do in this area in Central Florida. And we had like a spare weekend, and it was a kind of a toss-up of doing Enigma, which she had gotten free tickets from SuperCom before, or maybe we were going to take the long road trip out to Netherworld in Atlanta. Well, it worked out with our friends over at Jurassic Shark, Ty and his crew that write reviews for this character. Shout out to you guys because you're awesome. They were going to go to Enigma the last weekend anyways, and we decided to do a little road trip and meet them out there. Now, Enigma is not in Central Florida. Enigma Haunt is actually in South Florida. It's like Boca Raton, like the kind of Miami-ish area. So it was 3 hours away. And the reason why we decided to go and do Enigma was because we also contacted the Fright Nights at the South Florida Fairgrounds, and we were going to do Enigma and then head over about half an hour away to the South Florida Fairgrounds. So we spent 3 hours driving out there, and that was a long drive. That was a long 3 hours to get there because it was raining the entire time.
It rained from the moment we left Davenport all the way up to Fort Lauderdale.
And it was basically like cut through Davenport, through Lake Wales, and get on the turnpike and go for like 2 more hours. It was a long trip. It's definitely the furthest I've ever driven to do a haunted attraction before. And what kind of was unfortunate is we literally park, and I get a text from the guy over at the South Florida Fairgrounds that they canceled their night due to the storm and a tornado warning. So at this point, we're 3 hours down south, parked in front of a haunt, and we went and did Enigma. And
Enigma was awesome.
Holy crap, it was amazing.
It was not what I was expecting. Yeah. Like, it blew me away.
Yeah, first first I got to kind of give a shout out to Paul, who's the initial person that contacted us, wanted us to come out. We also got contacted by Yvonne, who sent us all kinds of materials, getting this all set up. We did get a chance to meet, and I hate, I'm going to mispronounce their name, Billy and Karen Groenveld. So hopefully that's your name, and I'm not messing that up because I'm horrible with names. But oh my God, Enigma was so good.
It had everything in there. Everything.
It was like a greatest hits of every haunt genre ever. And we're going to go ahead and show some images here, but we might be making a repeat trip. This might be a yearly thing because it was really good.
That was amazing. I absolutely
out of everything we've done this year, and we've done some really fun stuff, I have to say that Enigma was probably one of my favorites. We don't really rank things.
Same.
But it was so good. And I was a little apprehensive because I'm like, well, we've driven down for 3 hours. This haunt better deliver, and it totally did. So it might be worth the trip to you.
It was worth it. It was definitely worth the trip.
It was awesome. Thank you guys for everything. They upgraded us. They got us a RIP pass, which got us like front of the line access into all of the haunts there. They have 3 haunts, but it's kind of all one experience, really. Unfortunately, maybe I don't know if I was just getting over being sick. I didn't really know where one haunt ended and the other one began, but it didn't matter because it was just like kick-ass haunt to kick-ass haunt to kick-ass haunt. And I think that Ty timed the thing, and it was like 25 minutes of just sheer terror and amazement.
And it felt longer than 25 minutes.
And it felt way longer than that. So totally amazing. All right. So, hey, look, their Enigma's retweeting us. Thank you, Enigma. We appreciate you. Get us some viewers. They retweeted the tweet. It's time to tune into HauntScene. So if you're watching characters and owners and everybody at Enigma, you guys are amazing and awesome. So we're going to show some pictures here. Didn't get a ton of pictures. We didn't really take any pictures in the haunt, but I did get a couple pictures from their website and some things that we saw in like the queue to kind of give you a little bit of a taste there. But we'll talk about some of the scenes here in a moment. So let's switch over to the Enigma slideshow. So Enigma on the Scare Factor, which is a national ranking haunt website, it's number 15 right now. I know it's ranked higher on some other websites. I just literally pulled this from the webpage here. So good. It was just so good. And they gave us a press packet. Like, this is the most impressive thing I think we've gotten from a haunt this year. They gave us a press packet. I've never gotten a press packet from a haunt before, but I have to say the overall experience at Enigma, I have, and this is no offense to any other haunted attractions we've done. I took it out of your bag.
Oh, okay. That's why I was looking for it.
Yeah, they gave us one. It's mine. I'm just kidding. I will say Enigma, out of every haunt I've ever done in my entire life, they were the most organized haunt I've ever done. And this is no offense to any other haunt, but it was just like Central Station, like go here, do this, go in this line, and you were never lost, and you were never unsure of where to go. Staff was amazing. Everybody was super cool, super nice. Awesome here. They gave us a press packet, all kinds of facts there. We'll cover a couple of these here. So do you remember what kind of building it was in?
Oh, yes. It was, it used to be a Bailey's. It used to be a Bailey's gym.
Oh, Bally's.
Bailey's
is something you drink.
Whatever.
Maybe something we'll drink
Bailey's, same thing. It was a Bally's gym, what it used to be. So, fitness center, racquetball court. Arena. Yep. Because we saw the racquetball court when we were in there. So, yep.
And they make use of this space. Now, this is a haunt that's year-round, so they work on it. I think they start in March. That's what it said here. And it's been going on for a while. Now, I know this is our 3rd season. I had heard of Enigma, but it was just one of those things where I just assumed it was so far away that it really wouldn't be in our coverage area. But it was totally worth it. Totally worth the drive there. As a matter of fact, if Enigma would not have been so good, I would have regretted driving 6-hour round trip for one haunt. But because it was so good, it was totally worth it. Even though we had to drive 3 hours back in the rain coming back as well. Like the weather was unforgiving for us. It's been that way this whole season.
It has. Everywhere we've gone, it's
Thanks,
been raining.
Irma, jerk.
Yeah, Irma.
All right, so you can go and look up EnigmaHaunt.com. Here's the address here. It's in Boca Raton, Florida. You can go and pull up information. Their season's over, unfortunately, and I hate to do that. Sometimes when we get to the end of the season, we talk about a haunt, and I try to talk about a haunt early enough to where you can still go do it. Unfortunately, they ended their season on the 31st.
They only run through the month of October.
Yeah, so but it was amazing. Maybe plan on hitting it up next year. Ty loved it. I know Graphic Shark loved it. They brought 4 people. Awesome. Just so good. I can't thank them enough for that. It was like the perfect send off for the haunt because it was the last like new thing we were doing for the season. So it was really good.
And you didn't have faith in me when I got the tickets at SuperCon.
I know. She's the one that got the tickets. I was like, man, this is far away.
I was the one who said we should go try it.
And then I will give it to you. I will 100% give that to you. You were the one that made this happen. I just thought it was too far.
Yeah, it was a far drive.
It was a long drive.
I just wish it was closer. So.
Yeah, maybe Enigma can pick up their whole haunt and move it to Orlando. That'd be awesome.
Move it to Polk County.
Yeah, move it to Polk County. Well, I'm not going to go into what I was going to say. All right, so Enigma is awesome. The haunt itself, hard to describe because it's an amalgamation of everything. There's horror, there's zombies, there's like evil ritual stuff, there's aliens,
there's the hospital,
there's clowns. It's like, think of everything,
killers,
could ever scare you.
There's Christmas rooms, everything.
And it's in the haunt. It's got holiday stuff. Yeah,
dentists, surgeons.
Yeah, anything that scares you, something is going to get you at Enigma.
Misdirection ghosts. They had the swamp laser as well.
Yes.
I mean, they had literally everything in there. Everything. Every Halloween prop you can think of, they had in there.
It was like a greatest hits of haunt awesomeness. It was really, really cool. What was really interesting, and this is the thing that stuck with me the most, even though all the scenes are amazing with Enigma, the big variety in characters there. They had like little kids. I think that in the fact sheet, they had I think 11 years old in like a little kid like classroom scene. I don't want to spoil it, but they do something to the teacher, and they were so good. That, like, I mean, all the other characters, they scared the crap out of me. I mean, out of this 25 minutes or plus, which felt like ever, when you're doing a haunt that's really, really good, time slows down because it feels like it goes on forever and ever. And they got me a lot. And we went through as one big group. There were the 2 of us, and we went through the Graphic Shark people.
Yeah, creepy children are just creepy.
So yeah, we went through as a group of 6, and I'm pretty sure they got all of us equally. Characters, top notch, really good characters, makeup, design, lighting, everything. I cannot give enough kudos to Enigma.
I mean, they had a chicken out board at the end.
Oh yeah, I got a picture of that. Yeah, people do chicken out here. People do.
A lot of people were up on that board. I mean, lots.
All right, so we're going to move on here. Look at the next pictures. Here's us with Billy and Karen, who we met when we came in, I believe. I apologize if I've messed up your name because I was, like I said, I was all on medication, complete blur, which happened to me last year, actually, because the last week of the season last year at Vault of Souls, and I was completely out of it. So... very nice, very endearing people, super organized, super helpful, very interested, very attentive, answering lots of questions, very, very good here. I cannot stress how awesome this was. So these guys were great. Here are a couple pictures that we took at the outside of the haunt in like the gift shop type area. They got one of those props where you can hold a gun and like shoot a zombie, take a picture. That was pretty cool. They had a couple photo ops there. Very nice. If you look here at the bottom right, here's Ty and his crew, the Graphic Shark folks, who we've crossed paths with many times over the season. I would go ahead and consider them friends of the show. And if you look here at the very bottom left, this is the chicken out tally. So this is the amount of people that had chickened out of Enigma Haunt up till the night that we went, and I'm sure that they added probably a lot more to this as the season went on. and they do like blackout nights. They do all kinds of charity events. They were doing like an anti-bullying thing where they have certain nights where they donate the proceeds to different causes. Just overall amazing, amazing, amazing. Really, really good. Here, do I have any more pictures? I do. I've got the pictures of the haunts there. There are 3 haunts, even though it's all one experience, or at least what we did was all one experience. There is a Pandemic, Into Oblivion, and Realms of Terror. Each of these have a backstory. Unfortunately, I am not the most attentive to detail. I read them, but, it's just, for me, Enigma all just was one amazing haunt experience. I don't know how to bookmark where one thing stopped. I mean, there were points where, like, you stopped and you were held up for a moment and another character, like, interacted with you. Remember that guy? What was the first guy we interacted with?
Oh, that was
he was
the guy in the
after
suit.
the
That was the guy in the suit with the
yeah,
glasses.
that's the guy on all, like, the marketing. And as a matter of fact, I have his picture here. It's the guy on the right here.
Yep.
Yeah, they have 4 kind of main icons here. So you'll see these in a lot of the marketing. They were at, which one of these were at SuperCon?
He was in those 2.
Be descriptive.
I'm sorry. The guy on the far right with the tie and the suit.
Yep.
And then at the bottom left-hand corner, the 2 on the bottom of the left were at SuperCon.
Yeah. Okay, and we got somebody chiming in on the chat. The anti-bullying thing was started by a number of large haunts. Yeah, Don't Be a Monster is what it's called. So that was very cool. It's all in the press packet. I tried to cram all of this into my brain. Did not work, but there's a lot of information there. They get up to a lot of stuff. So here are the main characters. Now, they're not always played by the same person. They have like different incarnations, different actors playing this. I was reading that in the press packet. But it's really good. They started off as a home haunt, began 18 years ago. They have around, I think it was like 100 characters in there. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's just ridiculous. 20,000 square foot in an old Bally's gym. Lots of information about it. Where's the information about the characters? All right, it says over 80 plus actors for the season. Open a total of 15 nights. That's including Halloween night. So they're open up last night. That was their finale. They've got a huge staff here. They've got average age of the actors in the haunt range between 20 and 45. So good diversity there. Main iconic characters, Amara, which I think is the blindfolded chick there with the thing over her eyes. Otto the clown top left. Sammy the Disturbed. I'm going to go ahead and maybe say that's on the right. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. Is that guy's name Sammy?
I don't know.
Okay. And I would assume the guy at the bottom left is Jebediah the Butcher because he looks like a butcher. Okay. All right. So really, really good. The little kid scene is going to stick with me forever. Like, we walk into a room and, like, literally this little 11-year-old girl walks up and she's like, do you like my creation or something like that? Like, super creepy, really well acted, way better than I can act. I'm in my 30s, so
she was good.
She was really good.
She was good and creepy.
And then they have the younger actors there. The parents also work at the haunt as well. I think that's how they arranged that. But everything you can possibly imagine that's frightening is you're going to find at Enigma. I can't stress that enough. So really, really good. Looking forward to going back. Hope maybe we'll do like a road trip, and then maybe we do Enigma next year, and then the Fright Nights, and then we'll see maybe what's down there as well, because we want to branch out a little bit in our next season here. So let's go. Anything else we want to look at? Where is Bitter Haunt Ginger character at the haunts? Why is there nothing this size in Central Florida? I don't know. Maybe, there are Bally's that are abandoned and not being used in Orlando, because I don't even think the company's there anymore. Not saying you should copy Enigma. I'm just saying there are spaces, but man, 20,000 square foot's a lot. I don't know, like, numbers haunt-wise. Sometimes I talk to some haunters and they're like, yeah, we've got like 1 million square foot or whatever, and it's just, because I don't have the context for it. If 20,000 square foot is Enigma, that's a large haunt. So one of the biggest ones I think I've ever done. It was really, really good.
Yeah, me too.
Let's open up our gift bags. So they gave us gift bags on the way out, and I've been a horrible person, and I have not opened mine yet. So what do you have in yours?
I got a rat and a skeleton.
Nice. I got something that'll be useful for next week. A koozie and a koozie with the thing on it.
Squeaks.
Oh my God, the rat squeaks.
Oh, and it came in this little coffin.
Oh, very cool.
At the Dracula.
Oh, nice. So it's like Christmas now. We're Halloween people, so I don't really believe in Christmas. Is kind of lame, but let's see what else is in here. This is really cool. So thank you for the gifts. Hey, look at this shot glass. This is going to come in handy next week. It's like a skeleton with a shot glass, the logo on the back. That's so really cool. Cody wants.
It's not for you,
some
Cody.
too. It's not for you. And a T-shirt. So they gave us a T-shirt as well, and I think some of my stuff ended up in the back of the car. It's really cool. So let's take a look at the shirt. Yeah. It's wrapped up so tight. Staff is really cool. Awesome.
Again, Cody, that's not for you.
Yeah, T-shirt's not for you, Cody Bear. All right, so let's take a look at the shirt. Here. It's like an unboxing. All right, so show the front and back.
That's the back.
Very cool.
Very cool, and that's the front.
Very nice. That's Sammy, it says?
That is Sammy.
Okay, yay!
That is Sammy. Yep.
So we got everything correct. You got all these little toys. My casket must still be in the car or something. Yeah. And when we went back, it was like the longest 3-hour trip ever.
Yep.
All right, so Enigma, thank you. Can't say this enough. Highly recommended. I know that Ty and everybody had a really good time. I found out that Ty actually lives close to where I live, so that's pretty cool. All right, Netherworld. Okay, so some of these other ones are like 40,000 square foot, 45. All right, we're not comparing haunt sizes. We're just like I said, I don't really know the context of it as well. So yeah, awesome. All right, so cool. All right, so awesome. Okay, so we're gonna kind of change gears a little bit, because even though that was the last new haunt that we're gonna cover this year, we did get up to a couple spooky things over the weekend, and including some Horror Night stuff. So let's take a look at that. So I just can't say enough. Enigma, good job. You guys are awesome. I can't wait to do that again. So thank you. Appreciate you. We love you.
We appreciate you.
We do appreciate you. All right, so moving on a little bit. Now, I did not get a chance to go. I was still sick at this point, but Melissa got to go to Spooky Empire this last weekend, and she met a couple people. So, who did you meet here? Let's start from the left.
On the far bottom left-hand corner, that is Shannon Elizabeth. She was in American Pie. She was also in Scary Movie.
There was a lot of her in American Pie.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, I agree. It's been years since I watched that movie, but yes, I
own it. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
She is super nice. She was so nice. Such an amazing individual. I had the pleasure of meeting her. I also got an autograph from her too. I got an American Pie picture signed by her. In the middle, that is C.J. Graham. He played Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th Part 6. Another super nice actor. I had the pleasure of talking to him. I told him that Jason was my favorite killer, and he was very appreciative of that. So, Tommy, my boyfriend, said that he liked Freddy Krueger better, and his response was, "Real men use a machete." So I thought that was pretty cool.
That should go on a T-shirt.
Huh?
That should go on a T-shirt.
Yeah. Then at the very far right, the last actor I met is Ken Forhey. He played in The Midnight Man, which was a horror movie, which I've seen sometime last year. I saw it on the Sci-Fi.
It's familiar.
I knew him as Mr. Rockmore from Kenan and Kel. If any of you used to watch the show Kenan and Kel on Nickelodeon,
never heard of it.
It was a live action show which kind of took from all that with Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Okay, duh. He's the guy from Dawn of the Dead. That's what that guy is. He's got the glasses on.
Yes, Dawn of the Dead and The Midnight Man. Yes.
Yeah, he's the main character in Dawn of the Dead. Okay.
So.
All right, cool. What else was he in? Sorry. He was in Midnight Man. Lords of Salem. He was in a couple other movies here. He was in Halloween. All right, cool. I know he makes an appearance, I believe, in the new Dawn of the Dead. I have to verify that. Yes, he does. He was the televangelist. He's like, when hell is full, the dead will walk the earth. Yes, that guy. All right, cool. So that was neat.
So yeah, 3 great actors I had the pleasure of meeting. So that was really cool. So.
Cool. Now, unfortunately, and I got to give a shout out to our friend Shelby in the show. She was like super sick last weekend. She was supposed to have a booth and everything. I'm going to give a shout out to Charles and his girlfriend, Sunshine Frights. They were able to help her man the booth a little bit while she was not feeling well. So I saw Shelby last night. I think she's feeling a little bit better with a little ear thing. So we're thinking about you. All right, so moving on to Spooky. Now, this is going to be probably the coolest thing that I saw come from Spooky, which is going to be our friend Katie, who cosplayed Pennywise at Spooky. And she has got a bunch of pictures. If you follow her on Instagram, at Tinka Cosplay, this is, like, I am obsessed with this picture. And I have to give a big shout out to Tristan at Tristan.Dudine.photography. I went to following him on Instagram. He does like the best cosplay photos ever. So if I ever cosplay, I want him to take pictures of me. I don't really know what I could cosplay though.
I don't know.
What would a
could you cosplay?
Larger ginger guy cosplay?
Ooh, Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas.
But I'm not. Anybody could do that. Jeez, what are you trying to put me in a sack? All right, cover your face, John. Here's a sack over your face.
Hey, that was the first thing that came to my mind, okay?
Really? You think of me, you think
nice.
of Oogie Boogie?
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, that's rough. Awesome. So, yeah, I got to give a shout out to this. This picture is amazing. He obviously went through.
That's a very creepy photo.
I know, and she looks awesome. And the movie, they did this Twitter thing. Where they wanted people to submit photos of people dressing up as Pennywise, the new Pennywise from the new It movie for Halloween. And I submitted this photo on her behalf. And I have to say, I looked through the whole thread, and she was way better than everybody else. So
she even took a picture with the It kids.
Oh, that's
there was 3 kids cosplaying as the kids from It, and she took a picture with them. It turned out really cool, actually.
Very cool. So props to you, Katie. Props to you, Tristan.
Good job, Katie.
Good job, guys. Really, really awesome. All right, so moving on up to the east side. What else we got in here? I don't even know what's next. No, I'm not going to play Bette Midler and Hocus Pocus. I'm not cross-playing. All right, so moving on here. Let's talk about something that you got a chance to do that I've never done before.
Yes.
You got a chance to go to do the VIP tour for Howl-O-Scream. Now, I had went for the media event, and then we all went as a group, and then I've never done a tour. So tell me about the tour.
Well, it was fun. We were at Howl-O-Scream this past Sunday, actually, for the very last night of the event, and we did the VIP tour. I've been going to Howl-O-Scream since 2013, and the first time we went, we did the VIP tour, and there's three tours. We did the 3-hour one. There's also a 5-hour one.
You did a 3-hour tour.
Yes.
Do you know what that's from?
Yes, I do, and
What's
I can't remember the name.
It's from Gilligan's Island.
Yes!
Oh my
God.
God.
Yes, oh my God,
yes. Look at the generation difference right here.
Really awesome. Shows how old you are, Johnny. Okay.
Hey. All right. Oh my God, you're fired. Oogie Boogie, I'm old. Awesome. I'm just kidding. All right, so go ahead.
I used to watch that too. It was good. All right. So yeah, we did the 3-hour tour. And it took us. It basically took us to all the houses, front of the line pass of all the houses.
They just walk you right up front.
They walked us right up front, and the tour guide came with us. And then we did a house, and then we took a break, and they gave us chips and drinks. You can get Powerade, soda, and unlimited beer, actually. And then after we took a break, we did another house. Took a break, do another house.
So in 3 hours, how many houses did you get through?
So we got through 6 houses. The only house we didn't do was Zombie Containment Unit. That was the only house not on the tour.
Did that break your heart?
It did. I almost cried, Johnny, because I couldn't do Zombie Containment Unit.
Usually we knock that one right out of the way when we do the Fright Feast.
Yeah, that was complete sarcasm. But I wasn't a fan of that house. But yeah, it was fun. So I mean, you basically, and me and Tommy were the only 2 guests because we were with a tour guide, and the other people in the group actually worked at Howl-O-Scream, but they were off for the night, so they came with us to join us on the tour.
That's cool.
So it was they were telling us all about how they work for Howl-O-Scream, and they do year-round haunts. They do Christmas and other events as well.
Year-round haunts?
Huh? I mean, year-round holidays.
Go to Howl-O-Scream at Christmas. That would be awesome.
But they do year-round stuff. They do the nighttime safari. They do Howl-O-Scream. They do Christmas. So we were talking all about that. So it was pretty cool.
Did you run into any famous characters there?
Yes, I did actually. I ran into my friend Skylar Arnold. She is a scare actor out at Howl-O-Scream. She was in the Feeding Frenzy scare zone. Which is that one area with the bus,
Is that called Feeding Frenzy?
That's what she said. That's what she.
Oh, I didn't know what it was called. It's a bunch of. It's like a.
I didn't know what.
It's like a retirement asylum gone wrong. Like it's.
Yeah, it was like a asylum patients just running around, and you have the bus. So I saw her. I got a picture with her, and then I went back later and got a group picture with her and a bunch of the asylum patients.
That's cool.
So that was pretty neat.
So VIP tour, worth it?
Definitely worth it.
All right. So comparing what we did, because this is something we're going to think about for next year for Howl-O-Scream, would you rather do the Fright Feast and then be at your own pace and rush, or do the VIP tour and take your time?
Honestly, I would pick VIP tour just because we got done with everything around 10:45, and then we didn't go with them, but once we were done, the group went to go see the 11 o'clock showing of Fiends.
Gotcha.
So, and also our passes include food, and we also got a 30% discount on merchandise.
Oh, that's cool.
So you get to do the houses, you get snacks, you get drinks, and then you get done early enough that you can actually see Fiends. So, and you get food. So basically, it's all included. So okay. I would pick the VIP tour.
How much was it for the 3-hour one?
It was I think it was $40 each.
Well, that's about the price of the Fright Feast.
For each of us. That's what Tommy said. It was $40 each.
Well, maybe we'll explore doing that next year.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, it sounds like you had a good time.
But I would say I would recommend it over Fright Feast.
You get a free picture too?
And we get a free pick, yes.
All right, awesome. All right, cool. All right, so Howl-O-Scream wrapped up their season this last weekend. Had a really good year at Howl-O-Scream. A lot of fun. Can't wait to go out and check them out next year. I'm going to have more zombie juice next year, I've decided. Because it was really good.
And
I want to learn.
You're going to get the bigger one.
I want to get
I want
to get the souvenir zombie juice, not the little stupid.
For like $2
waste money zombie juice. Ugh. All right. So let's talk about. Well, I don't even know what's next. Let's see. Hey, okay, Ominous Descent wrapped up their season.
That's a cool picture.
I know, right? And look who's in the middle of it.
I see. That's why I said that was a cool picture.
So even though I was sick, I was like 1 day off of Z-Pack at this point. I really felt the need to go out and support Sir Henry's and Ominous Descent on their final night, which was this last Sunday, and got a chance to do a bunch of pictures, hang out with Eric and Chad. Got to do the haunt probably like 3 or 4 times, even though like most of these guys know me at this point. They still, I get it worse than everybody. Like they were really scaring the crap out of me in that one. I did a lights on walkthrough, so at some point I want to put that video out once I get permission. I walked through with Eric and did a lighted walkthrough behind a group. Video turned out okay, but we were on the tail end of the group, so we missed a lot of the characters. Got to see the characters, but missed some of the scares. So we'll see that there. But this is their facade. They did really good this year as far as numbers go. Really put them on the map. The haunt is amazing once again. I can't say anything. Can't say enough about it because they built it in like 9 days. I mean, I'm not going to go and start crying again, but it was really, really cool. And walking through it with nobody in it was really, really a good way to kind of send it off for me. Ty and I forget her name. I'm sorry, Ty, because I'm a horrible, horrible person with names. Ty was there with with her, and we were the last guests to ever go through the outdoor ominous descent at Sir Henry's, and it was really cool. And I got a chance to hang out with Eric and Chad, BS with them, talk about some plans for next year. I love all the costumes. I love all the masks. Very, very menacing. It's a very scary haunt. I know that Ty loved it. Jen, I know it was Jen. I'm sorry. I got her. I was like Jen Tracker, and I just got them confused. So now I'll remember it, because now I'll say Jen. Everybody has a Jen apparently, except you. You're Melissa. Okay, and I have to say, one of the coolest things, and I've got stuff from haunts, and we've gotten like little goodie bags and souvenirs and stuff throughout the haunt season. I got the painting from Deeks from Academy of Villains and all that stuff. But I have to say, probably one of the things that I think kind of hit me the hardest, and probably my prized possession from the season, is I got this, and this is a plaque. It's got Ominous Descent, the original location for Bartow, and this is one of the bricks from the incinerator room, from the original location that was destroyed by the tornadoes and the Irma and everything that happened there. So somebody, when they were clearing out the haunt, they actually took a little piece and they affixed it to a plaque and gave me this. So that's very, very cool. Lee, I think, was the one that did this, I believe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's very, very cool. Can't wait to hang this on my wall. I'm actually making my Lanai studio, and I'm going to put all my haunt stuff up so you can see it, because I got lots of haunt memorabilia and nowhere to put it. So, and I don't want to put it like everywhere in my main living area, because then people might think I'm a little weird. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. I know, but at least no, I'm not that guy. All right, so thank you. Very, very cool. I didn't cry when I got this, but I felt like it. I was too sick to cry. There's no crying in haunts. Yeah. So very, very cool. Love it. So love it. Very, very awesome here. I know I got another picture. Let me go back to that for a moment. Ominous Descent. Really, really cool. I know that they're going to start the process, or they had probably started the process of breaking down their props and everything for this location, and they're going to come back bigger and better next year. So I think that really put themselves on the map as far as being a brand name. Got to give a shout out to Zach again for letting them use a little piece of Sir Henry's. It was really cool to go to one place and have those three haunts together. Really good mix of scares there. So hopefully you guys got an opportunity to do Ominous Descent this year. It was really, really good. Yep. All right, so just to kind of start winding down this episode a little bit, I don't know if we're going to go for a full hour. Something that happened to me that was very, very cool. Last night at Horror Nights, I picked up Shelby. Shelby actually had, she was dressed up as Tomb of the Ancients character, had a little crocodile on her shoulder.
Really cool.
It was very cool. I don't know if I took a picture or not, but let's look. So I got to meet Farside, who is the one of the guys that runs Academy of Villains, head choreographer, head dude at Academy of Villains. Really nice guy, just like every other person I've met from Academy of Villains. I think every time I meet somebody, I become a bigger fan of them. Everybody's super humble, super nice. I don't want to say almost too nice, but they're so nice.
They're great. I met him too. I met him and Phoenix one night, actually, on the side of the stage.
Cool.
So, really cool people. I mean, the entire Academy of Villains are just really cool people.
I've never met anybody that wasn't all smiles, super appreciative. We talked a little bit about the show that wasn't there. If they wanted to do the full Afterlife show, but they had to kind of, with Irma and everything, they had to adjust their show a little bit. He was telling me that it would have been insane, and I believe him. I'm sure it would have been nuts, just like the House of Fear last year. But they're really cool, and I hate to say it, but even though I love Halloween Horror Nights and all the haunts there, I think my favorite thing about Horror Nights is become Academy of Villains. So I really hope Universal, if you're watching right now, you make the decision, sign them, get them back
Definitely
there.
Bring them back next year.
Yeah, we actually had a little joke. Because Shelby and Nolan and a couple other people were talking with him. I introduced him to Shelby, to put a face with the name there. And we were talking about Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood, in California. And they have a dance type show, which is, and I don't want to limit saying Academy of Villains is like a dance show because it's all kinds of stuff. It's like it's acrobatics, it's dancing, it's like the most violent, crazy dancing you'll ever seen. It's amazing. They got Deeks paints on stage. It's really, really good. They have a dance battle. It's really, really cool. There's nothing like it in the world. They're really, really good. We had a joke that people like love Jabberwockies out there, like they just love it.
I don't.
And I made the joke that if Academy of Villains ever went to Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood, that the place would just explode, because if they're going to go nuts for Jabberwockies, and no offense to Jabberwockies, I'm just more into Academy of Villains. Plus, Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood is not allowed to have them, by the way, because we will come back there and kidnap them and bring them back to Orlando.
Yes. Yep.
But they love us. That's what Farside was saying last night, and I don't know his actual name. I saw it, but we'll just refer to his Twitter handle. That's why I put that on Twitter. I was like, we're on a Twitter name basis. But super nice. They love us as much as we love them. They love coming to Orlando. They had a really good experience last year and this year, so hopefully that continues in the future. Loved it.
I definitely hope to see him next year. Yeah, so, definitely.
All right, so what else we got? Let's see what else we got here. All right, so there are a couple independent haunts still open this weekend, so make sure you guys go out and do these. Petrified Forest is still open. We did that 2 weekends ago. Had an amazing time. Sylvia, everybody there. You guys are great. I'm really, if you're in Orlando and you want to do something local that's independent, that's not Horror Nights, definitely go out and check out a Petrified Forest. Horror Nights has Friday and Saturday this weekend. I know most of the people we know will be at Horror Nights. We'll be there on Friday and Saturday this weekend. Also very important is this weekend is the final weekend for the Shallow Grave ever. So, if you're a fan of that really good haunt, we've always been, we've been a fan for a long time. Make sure you guys go and check them out. I think they're doing a blackout event with like a glow stick or something like that. So very, very good. We did that one a while ago. I mean, we did that like a month ago, I think. But it was, Shallow Grave's really, really good. As always, it's very high quality. Definitely go and check it out. So that's their last weekend for those two. Oh man, it's kind of hitting me now. I'm like, man, we've done like almost everything we can get our hands on. So this is episode 8. We still got 2 more. We're gonna go ahead and do our next episode next Tuesday. So we will be back to normal next week at Tuesday at 2 o'clock.
And 2 o'clock. Friday.
8 o'clock. Tuesday at 8 o'clock, just like it has been. We'll be back to normal at that point. And next week, we're going to do our Horror Nights wrap-up. So we're going to revisit everything we've done in Horror Nights, talk about all of the scare zones, talk about all the houses. I'm sure we'll talk about the last Bill and Ted, because this is the last Bill and Ted's excellent Halloween adventure.
That will bring me to tears.
Which we'll probably end up crying there. So it's going to be kind of sad, but Horror Nights is totally ending on Saturday this week. And that's kind of the official close of the haunt season. So we're going to dedicate the full next episode to Horror Nights. And I think when we do our drunk edition, maybe we'll do a little recap of some of our favorite moments of the season and just kind of talk about the highlights as we proceed to get trashed. And thankfully, my studio is in my house, so I ain't got to go nowhere. I don't got to drive anywhere. I could just fall over on the floor right here and be perfectly fine. Just make sure you turn off the show.
Gotcha.
Yeah, don't just leave the camera up watching
that's
me
gonna
pass
be
out.
awkward.
That would be a little
that
weird.
That would be really awkward.
Yeah. All right. I'll make sure. I will make sure that I tell you how to shut off the show, just in case I pass out on the air.
Don't do that to me, please. Don't leave that on me. Don't do that.
I will not. All right, so 8:45. Like I said, we're not going to take the whole time this time, because I know you guys are, we appreciate you watching and everything, but we don't really have anything left in this episode. So we went 45 minutes. It was actually longer than I thought we'd go. Mm-hmm. So it's been an amazing haunt season. I'm not ready to say goodbye yet.
Me neither.
So we got a little bit left this weekend, and then we're going to wrap it up next Friday. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys watching as always. We've had a lot of changes in the show this year. A lot of connections we've made. Sadly, I know that some of the haunts that are around this year, like the Shallow Grave and maybe another few, may not be around next year. Obviously, when that's official, we'll let you know. But yeah, so we're not gonna go crazy with all that recap stuff yet. But But yeah, we will see you guys next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and roll credits here. You got anything else?
Nope.
I appreciate you.
It's only like 300-something days until next haunt season, so.
Yeah, we'll get up to some things. I know that
I'm already counting down, man. Already counting the days.
No, when we're done with this haunt season, I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
We're done. I'm done with horror stuff for the year. As far as the show goes, and we'll pick it up next year. Yeah. Take a little bit of a break, recover financially.
I mean, I have nothing going on in the off season. I'm just looking forward to next year.
Well, you're always looking forward to
taking a break and sleep.
Yeah, when we do our horror nights thing, maybe we'll do some speculation next week.
Yeah.
Do some houses that we want. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool. Make some predictions. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So until next time, I'm going to go ahead and roll credits here. Spook easy.
Happy haunting.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Saying we're haunted, it is fear I see in your eyes. They're all saying we're haunted, near where the spirits rise. They're all saying we're haunted, here in the candlelight. I see